Hey, what's up? It's your boy Spank Dog, aka Puffinstein at YouTube. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And you already know. Check me out, Robert Lopez on Facebook, and BC Spank Dog on Instagram. The good thing today is I got my COMC package, and I got my little merchandise liquidation package, but it looks little. I have a feeling there's quite a few cards in here. Okay, now remember I told you guys I have been wanting to show you guys this. These are the Jaylen Browns, and I am so thankful that I was able to take trading cards and make it where I could at least pay bills and pay the rent with the cards. And you know, even though, like I said, it's not as lucrative as I would like it to be, but in the coming future, I believe I'll be able to do better. You know, so this COMC package was right when, alright, people that were collecting, when it came to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, if you looked at regular season stats, I've already told you this also. Jaylen Brown was 41st in the world. Jason Tatum was 10th in the world. Now you got to think about that. Not only is he 31 slots higher than his teammate, but he's also only 10 slots away from being number 1 in the world. So, but that's crazy. So what happened was when Jaylen Brown went into the playoffs and started doing, first of all, I would like to mention that Tatum was destroying it in the first rounds, and even in this final the final series, you know, the finals, even though he could have done better, you gotta remember he had 31 points in the last game, and he's always grabbing rebounds and assists. So one thing about Jaylen Brown, he's been shooting at a high field goal percentage. He's been playing this great defense, this smothering defense, and his field goal percentage is fantastic. He don't put up, his shot selection has been immaculate in this series. So while Jason Tatum could have done better with his shot selection, and probably don't play defense as well as Jaylen Brown, you got to remember, Jaylen Brown don't grab no rebounds. Jaylen Brown don't make the ball movement happen. If you look at the game, and this is just the truth, it's not because I like Tatum better than Brown. I always try to be fair, but if you watch those games, the reason Jaylen Brown ends up with the ball in his hands, and this is why they're winning the championship, it's unselfishness. As much as Tatum would love to be finals MVP, he's not going to risk the finals because he's cold and he got to do better than Jaylen Brown. You get what I'm saying? So if he feels he's cold, I've been noticing that he lets everybody else live. And that in itself takes a champion. I'm going to ask you a question. Luckily, Jaylen Brown was hot. But if Jaylen Brown was cold, do you think he'd have the turn-off button? I've seen so many players go into the finals and not have a turn-off button, and it just goes to crap, and they lose. Just because one guy couldn't stop and he went 3 for 21 in the finals game, game 7 or whatever, but you get my point. So, but anyway, people never saw Jaylen Brown coming into this particular series, and if they went all the way to the finals and went up 3-0 and pretty much locked in the victory, because no team has ever come back from 3-0, so people are already looking at the Celtics like they won. And it'd be crazy if Luka would be the first person to bring back, first person to not bring back, the first person to ever bring a 3-0 comeback to basketball. It's happened in baseball once. It's happened in hockey twice. Never in basketball. If Luka did that, oh my God, that would be crazy. So, but anyway, Most likely the Celtics are going to win this. History dictates anybody that ever went into this position lost. But what I was trying to tell you is that nobody expected that the Celtics would make it to the finals. Not only would Jaylen Brown win Western Conference MVP, he's going to win most likely unless Jason Tatum has this explosive game and they lose and then has another explosive game, or just drops 50 out of nowhere. Maybe he could pull it off. But since they're looking like the Celtics are going to be the champions, nobody thought Jaylen Brown was going to come in and tear it up more than Jason Tatum. And it's looking like that's what it might be. So a lot of collectors had a ton of Jason Tatums and no Jaylen Browns. I was one of them. I did have Jaylen Browns, but I didn't have like I should. So when I went online, I said, you know, since I've been doing this I've been collecting cards since I was 5 years old. I'm 48 years old. I've collected cards for 43 years. I've been collecting, and I'm not hummer stunting. That's big facts. You know, my father was taking me to the Belmont flea market and the Aqueduct flea market when I was 5 years old, and he would buy my brother comic books and buy me trading cards. You know, of course, the Beckett wasn't even out at that time. They used to have a price guide called Tough Stuff. Well, but anyway, this is the merchandise liquidation purchase that I always show you guys. I always talk about how they give you the free corrugated cardboard box, which is a plus right there. I actually needed something to put some of my cards in. This is going to come in handy. I show you that they always give you the I forget what they called. Oh, the peanut shells for the styrofoam. You know, but we're not going to make a mess out of that. We're just going to take the cards out. Pop the peanuts back in there. Close that right back up. I'm going to remove the receipts this time, guys, because last time I tried to do it with the receipts and you couldn't really see nothing. So it was just better if I always tell my friends and my wife and people close to me, the shortcut is actually the long cut, the hard way. You know what I'm saying? You try to take the shortcut and you end up expending way more energy than if you just did it the regular way. Alright, so I'm going to get them all out first. I mean, they give you, look at how well they put this together. First of all, every 10 cards, because I bought member 40 for $15 shipping. That's how you get the good shipping cost on each card. But they put each of the 10, or if they can't fit 10, each of the 8. It was actually 10, I believe, this time. You know, like I said, they know me somewhat. We used to have an issue, because if you bought, this is the crazy thing. I don't even ask them no more. I'm ready to ask them, but I feel I don't want to be cheap. In this world, I've learned that it's good to be budgety, but there's just certain things you shouldn't sweat. Just come out your pocket, bro. So this is one of those times that I'm feeling like that. But they used to say if you buy the orders in the same day, they would refund you for the second purchase price for the shipping. So that means if you bought 120 cards in one day, they would kick you back the 15 off of the other 2 packages, which means it was supposed to be $45 shipping because you're taking 40, 40, and 40, which is 3 packages, $15 shipping, $45. They would kick me back to 30, and I would pay $15 for 120 cards being shipped. That brings it down to like almost a penny. a card. It was just so, you know what I mean? But those are the good old days. The phone got enough battery. All right, so I gotta take these out real quick. This is the part where they do it too good. Drive me crazy. You know what you could do? Hit pause. All right, yeah. So what I did was is there's a pause button. You know, I'm gonna edit it, but even right there, I didn't have to edit it. There's a pause button. It didn't make sense making you guys watch me pull all of these out. So I hit pause, pulled them out, and now we back in action. All right, so now we're gonna have to get an angle of what I purchased. You might wanna get ready. I'm gonna lay them out like this forward, like I usually do. This is I think it's 39 that I bought this time. I'll count them afterwards. So, but I'm going to show you everything that I purchased off of merchandise on the last, well, I got two more purchases coming. So, this is the first 40 of the 120 I got on the way. Ready? Jason Tatum. These were the ones that I was so smart for buying. The Jaylen Brown rookies. If you look closely, right there, under my finger, is the RC stamp. So you got a good look at that. See, this is the second year. That's why you don't see no RC stamp. Oh, and this is Tatum, and that's Brown. So but what I'll do is I'll just make one for Tatum, one for Brown. Actually, sometimes you can't figure out what to get for a good price. So I'm not going to buy Jaylen Brown or Tatum even if they're hot, but the price ain't right. So I found a nice Luka for a good price. And I took him instead just to make the 40. Because remember, you got to take 40 to maximize that shipping offer. Jaylen Brown, that's a second year silver. Jaylen Brown, second year silver. That's the same rookie that I got from before. That's the beautiful thing about COMC underscore consignment. Well, that's their name on eBay. When I say COMC underscore consignment on eBay, if you want to look up the guys that I purchased from, you would have to type in COMC underscore consignment. And this is like, they need to cut me a check or something for the way I be advertising for them. But listen, when you do good things, people talk about you. So and they've been doing the card thing for a long time. Good. They deserve people knowing about them, especially people that I care about, and I could hit them on how to gain cards for a low price before they go up. Another Jaylen Brown second year. That's got to be a whole, yeah. Since it's second year with Jaylen, I figured it would have been the one with the glow. Now, I don't know if you could see it, but it has like a certain refractor glow to it, like a rainbowish type of glow. So anyway, if you've seen it, you've seen it. You didn't, you didn't. Like I said, I had to come up with 40. That was for the right price, and it was Luka. I took it. This is Jaylen Brown. This is the takeoff. It's an optic. That's one thing about me too. If you notice, I love chromium cards. So all these cards you see in front of you, they're all metallic. I don't really like dealing with I'll show you a paper card. That's a paper card. I mean, I still deal with them. You know, they're trading cards. The Steph Curry regular tops is worth like $1,000. So it's not, I still take them, but I love metallic cards, chromium cards, and they usually go up to the higher numbers. That's what I love about COMC. You're able to buy 5. They stop you at 5. Even if they have 10, when they list a card, they give you enough where you could take 5 of them, and after that they stop because they don't want people cornering the market. So here's another Jaylen Brown, and you got to remember, there's going to be a lot of Jaylen Browns because this was me getting the guy that I didn't have a lot of. I had a lot of Jason Tatums. I was missing Jaylen Brown big time. You got to remember, I told you I started collecting in the year Jason Tatum came out. he came out the year before that, which means in the year that Jaylen Brown, Brandon Ingram, Jamal Murray, and I believe Ben Simmons also came out, I didn't collect. I started collecting the next year, which was 2017, 2018. That's when Jason Tatum came out along with De'Aaron Fox, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Lonzo Ball, even though he's hurt right now, Jonathan Isaac, Dylan the Villain Brooks. So, but anyway, I had collected in that year, so I decided to fix the fact that I didn't have many cards from 2017, and I went for it. I tried to build up my Jaylen Brown collection, and not even tried. I successfully built up my Jaylen Brown collection before they went up. When I bought all of these cards, I bought them for about the same exact price that they cost when they came out the packs in 2016, the year he was released. So I got paid. You know, those the other, like I said too. I was trying to find 40 Jaylen Browns, but I couldn't. So I took whatever I knew was good for Jaylen Brown, and then anything else I just finished it up with like Tatum's because he's gonna be a champion. Luka Doncic because he made it to the finals, and that was it pretty much. It was all Luka's, all Jaylen Brown's, and all Jason Tatum's for this purchase. That's a optic Jaylen Brown. That's a Donruss optic because Donruss also makes paper ones. That's the funny thing. A company could make optic, which is Donruss chromium metallic version of it, and they also make regular Donruss, which is the paper version of it. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I just went Jaylen Brown crazy before they went up. That's the Luka Doncic because I couldn't find Jaylen Brown for it, but I did well. Look at the stack of Jaylen Browns I was able to get. That's actually a parallel. That's a turquoise one. They come green. The regular ones are green. If you get one like that, that's a turquoise parallel. So this is another Jason Tatum because I couldn't find more Jaylen Browns. Another Luka Doncic, Tatum. And this, I had to go nuts and get myself a real serious one. Because like I said, they were selling this when he first came out, I think even for more. So I actually waited for the ideal time to purchase this. I paid maybe like $60, $70 for this. It's gonna be worth so much more than that in a year or so. If they win more rings together as a team, him and Tatum, just, forget about it. But it has to do with time. We also got to keep our fingers crossed that none of them get hurt. But look at all the Jaylen Browns I bought. And not only did I buy them, I bought them for the price before they matured. So literally every single one that I got here, I bought it for the price that they cost when they first came out of the packs, out of the boxes. When this came out in 2016, you probably could get it for $1.50, $2. I got it for $1, which means I actually probably got it cheaper for waiting, and then grabbing them right before he was successful. These are real tips on how to make money through trading cards, you know. So, but that is the COMC. Usually, I would do them separate, try to capitalize, make two videos out of one video. But you know what? We're going to knock it all out in one shot today. This is the merchandise liquidation purchase. Now, when I went here, these guys, like, they're such a company, COMC. We've talked, and I've talked to, like, multiple people there to the point where I know they kind of know who I am. But me and merchandise liquidations, I don't know if he has multiple people working with him, but me and him speak a lot just one on one. You know, or like, you know, and like I said, we keep it simple. It's not, I don't message him if anything don't go wrong. So like when I make a purchase for merchandise and he sends me my package, as long as everything is what it's supposed to be, I don't even contact him. I just give him good feedback. You know, at the end of buying, I don't know if you've ever been on eBay, but if you haven't, let's say you buy a card after it arrives and they can verify that it arrived, they want you to tell they want you to tell the people how the seller did, and then you leave your feedback, you know? So that's it. Pretty much when I'm done with merchandise, I just leave them as feedback. Unless there's a card missing, and that only happened like once or twice, you know? And he is such a good dealer that the minute I told him, you know, the card, and this is not to take advantage of him, this is because he knows that I've never complained, and I'm not going to come out of left field and over a $5 card ruin everything and try to get over. So like one or two times there was a card that maybe $5, $10, it didn't come. He just refunded me the money, and that's it. It was back to business, and that's what you call good business. And I stick with these guys because I could get other dealers, and I do sometimes, depending on the price. But if I could get from COMC or merchandise, and I know that they got as good a price as anybody else, most of the times they have it for even better because they buy so many, they buy in such bulk, or I don't know how they get the hookup to get the cards for so cheap that they could do such a good price. But man, you know, and look, you might want to take a quick look at these because this is we're going to do this quick. These were the cards that I bought from COMC, and I said that when I couldn't find a good Jaylen Brown, I replaced it with a Luka, or I got it right here, or a Jason Tatum. In this one, he had enough Jaylen Browns, I believe, and I don't think I took anything but Jaylen Brown. So remember when I told you the Jaylen Brown comes in turquoise? Well, this is the regular version of it. So that's, you could tell I was telling the truth. I didn't know that I had bought a regular one from Merchandise Liquidation. So, but there you go. There's the proof that that was the turquoise one. This is the regular one. Oh, look, I did have to buy other cards, you know. So, no, I don't think I had to. I think that was such a good price. I just took it. You know, that's more Jaylen Browns. More Jaylen Browns. I told you. More Jaylen Browns. These are all rookies. There are no second years. In the COMC, there's a couple of second years because they were such a good price. But with merchandise, I just stood all rookies. These are all rookies. This is, again, another regular card of the one that comes turquoise. This is second year. Silver. Oh, there goes a second year. I did buy one second year from him. That is a Hoops rookie. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Hoops. I believe it's Hoops, or is it? Yeah, it's NBA Hoops. If you look at the bottom, I know a lot of you guys are familiar with NBA Hoops. This is a paper card. It's not metallic like this Ruby Wave Jason Tatum. You know, that's the Jaylen Brown. That's, again, the regular one, not the turquoise. This is one that's a rookie card, but they call it Rookie Kings. It's from Optic, Donruss Optic. These are Panini Thread rookies. You see the Panini Thread logo right there. He puts the sticker. I can't really help that. You know what I mean? I'm not going to stress it like that. I'm going to just run through them real quick. And you see his name right on the bottom, even though he cuts his head off. This Panini Threads rookie. There's another one of the one that you can get turquoise. He had a couple of those. This is a Blue Velocity. That's the second year. I think it's a Blue Velocity. They got so many different parallel colors. It's crazy. That's a Panini Threads rookie card. And then this is a Jason Tatum second year. I guess I found that, like the price, and I took it. So yeah, this is everything that I got from Merchandise Liquidations. So remember, This is merchandise liquidations. And this is COMC. And that's the breakdown. That's the unboxing. Take a nice little look before I go. Your boy Spank Dog will be on later. I'll probably do a late show. You know, I try to do late shows, or, you know, whatever time I get on, that's the name of the show. I get on in the evening, it's the evening show. I get in the morning, it's the morning show. But yeah, you'll catch me on later on tonight, most likely. So, but yo, everybody, God bless y'all. It's your boy Spank Dog. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my brother's channel, G'd Up Quinn. That's GDUPKWIN. That's GDUPKWIN. G'd Up Quinn at YouTube. Check out his channel. That's my blood brother. He has a nice channel too. And you know, we rocking. God bless you guys, man. Have a great